I really appreciate that.
All that being said, I wanted to go into the off-season with everyone on the same page. I figured the best way that we could do that would be to announce a starter. Tommy's gonna be our starter.
But how could you possibly make that decision after the title game? Is Tommy even gonna be able to play?
Yeah, I spoke with his doctor. Valve replacement surgery was great. He's gonna be right as rain.
Just don't understand.
I know this is hard for you. It's hard for you to process, and I hope you believe me when I say that I take no joy in making this decision, but I stand firmly behind it because, frankly, Tommy's a better fit for the offense.
Well, what does this mean for me?
Well, it means that you are at a monumental crossroads in your life, and you've got two choices. You can enter the draft, and based on what you did last year, I'd say you'd be lucky to get picked in the third round. But realistically, you're looking at a late-round selection, if at all.
Jeez, don't sugarcoat it for me.
Well, I'm trying to be open and honest with you from this moment forward. I'm giving it to you as I would my own beloved son.
And my other choice?
Well, the way I see it, you got too much raw athleticism to waste sitting on the bench. Your talent is a true gift. And it's one that I'm going to give you the opportunity to show it to the world.
And how's that?
You get to pick a new position on offense and get your Heartbreak Kids thing going back again.
Heartbreak Kids. Well, Tommy's already tried recruiting me to come back so we can win the title together.
Does that mean you're in?
Plus, he did switch positions once, and see how well that worked out for him. Guess I can try too.
The Heartbreak Kids are back, baby.
Was he eavesdropping?
Always.
I'm not sure what's more strange, that interaction or the general cleanliness of this apartment.
Cupcake?
It wasn't an easy decision at the time, but I don't regret it for a second. Of course, everyone's first thought was, where am I gonna play? It felt good, telling everyone I was sticking around and Tommy and I were gonna play together. The next question was, did it actually work out?
Pretty drastic turn of events for Coach O'Brien's program. I mean, the defensive pantry has been pretty much left dry with most of that elite unit having bolted for the NFL. But today, Coach O'Brien revealed a new strategy, and I think it's kind of brilliant. Get both Heartbreak Kids on the field at the same time. I mean, it's really a brilliant move. Here's the deal. You got to get all of your talented players on the field at once, certainly if they're going to rely on the offense for a change to be the strength of this team if they're planning on making another run at it.
then. Show me what you got. Let's go.
On the jump. Ready, ready. Ready, cut. Come on. Set, ready, go. Push through. Down. Move it, 19. Hut, hut. Oh, okay. Break. Woo. Let go. Set. Ready, ready. Set. Hut. Pick it up already. On the set. Go. Yes. Yeah. Ready. Set. Ready. Break. Ready. Hut. Set up. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready, go! So close, one more. Here we go. 60 bison, 60, hut, hut. Yeah. Woo. Well done. Woo.
We might be in for a long season.
Gotta say, I was surprised with the way you guys played that season, and especially considering you switched positions. Plus, Coach O'Brien really came into his own, leading you guys to the verge of the playoff.
Well, no doubt the best college game this Saturday is here in Miami Gardens, Florida. The place, Hard Rock Stadium, as two of the top 5 teams in the nation will face off. It's the Texas Longhorns taking on the Miami Hurricanes. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Longhorns come up 1st and 10. And shutting him off, now open field. Accelerating, and off he goes.
Always a pleasure.
And he is in. Touchdown, Longhorns. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Longhorns have taken the early lead. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
first down. It's Woods, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 20.
On second down now. It's Woods, and he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And 12.
To throw on third down, Daniel. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
On 1st and 10, Matthews. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, that student section wasn't alive. They are alive and well now. That chunk play woke them up. It is starting to get really, really loud in here as this offense is on the move here in the first quarter. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and...
But Charles, this is kind of interesting to watch because, as you and I remember well, back when they were blue-chip prospects coming into college, it was Matthews on the receiving end of those long passes, so it's kind of a little bit of flip the script here.
Yeah, and I don't know that back then, their senior year in high school, that we envisioned anything different. You know, you would have thought Matthews would have stayed at receiver, but a lot has happened since then.
That is caught for a Longhorns touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Longhorns add on to that lead. The Heartbreak Kid connection, one finding the other, and they really make it look easy out there.
Oh, it's a special chemistry that they have, isn't it? And look, we go all the way back to their time in high school. Positions may have changed, roles may have changed, but what doesn't change, their friendship, their connection, and understanding where each is going to be on the field, no matter what the situation.
So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first.
Good.
They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the gun, they run with Langford. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He gets away from one, and he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 14 on that one, and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They run with Langford. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
14, Hurricanes nothing.
On 2nd down and 4, Daniel, and he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
On 3rd down, Daniel looking for his running back, and he's got him. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here's Daniel. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, and now look at him go. The 30.
Yeah, baby, we coming again.
And he is in. Touchdown, Longhorns. A great effort there. 95 yards. And the Longhorns add on to that lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
To throw on 3rd down, Daniel. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And able to find Green. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
18 on the play. 1st down, Texas.
Operating from the gun, Matthews. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Matthews. And he will take this in for a Longhorn touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Longhorns add on to that lead. make that now a second connection for the Heartbreak Kids. And we talked about it earlier, Charles. They have a special connection, and it just continues to show.
Hey, I can't help but laugh and smile watching it. It's not because I'm favoring them over their opponent, but just the story is too good, isn't it? High school buddies, change of positions, getting it done here on the biggest level, and the timing on that play. Perfectly run route, perfectly thrown ball. That certainly looks like guys who have known each other for a very long time.
And by the way, we were told 3 of the high school coaches that coach these guys are here in the stadium. You know that they have to be looking down with big smiles on their faces.
No doubt about it.
The Hurricanes now 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Daniel. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Daniel. They go screen play to Langford. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. From the gun, here's Daniel. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 27. A great return there of 22 yards.
10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. So much chemistry between those two, making the connection with a former quarterback. And, boy, he does make a great target for Tommy Matthews' arm strength out wide, doesn't he?
He certainly does, and you have to think to yourself, simpatico. These guys have known each other for so long, and while roles are reversed now, Matthews is the quarterback, not the receiver, it still works. They're still thinking with one brain, one mind. How about the way that they are hooking up for big plays like the one we just saw there?
And really setting egos aside to go from the quarterback to the wide receiver, and two guys that by all accounts get along. And he is in. Touchdown, Longhorns. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
It leads to 2nd.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Daniel. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, it's Woods. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
The Longhorns take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
About set for their next drive, the Texas offense at the line. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that is incomplete.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Longhorns 35, Hurricanes nothing.
First half, no contest. What will the second half bring? As we are back and underway on EA Sports. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 for Miami. Operating from the gun. Daniel throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. And that throw behind his man, he missed him. Incomplete.
At the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run the counter. It's Woods, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now just
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48.
Intercepted.
The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Longhorns. Taking it in from 24 yards out. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to go the other way. The defense has it. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball.
That is caught for a Longhorns touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Throwing on third down, Daniel. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the defense has come up with it.
Brandon, that's the third time he's fumbled so far in this game, and, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them, but the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better, and now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate one fumble, twos, oh my goodness, 3 or more. Wow.
Just doesn't make any sense, does it?
A gain of a yard.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him...
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the posts. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic, faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled terrible. They'll begin by running the option. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Dancing to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
3rd and long, it's Daniel. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
It's 4th down.
The Miami punter out on the field as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 18. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
Their own 34-yard line.
The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. They run the option here on 1st and 10. Green's got it over the middle. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
An eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. On the carry, this is Pierce. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line.
He's brought down at the...
That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
They shakes him off, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
A loss of 8 yards. It's second down.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
With the score.
Back now here on EA Sports. On second down, it's Pierce. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. 9 yards on the gain there, so from second and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10.
Third down.
Matthews to throw. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line.
He's taken
that good for 19 and a first down.
A gain of 19 yards. First down.
A run here with Pierce. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
And he is in. Touchdown, Longhorns. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And this offense is running away with this one. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
The conversion is no good on the fake.
I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here, trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
The Hurricanes take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On first down, Daniel. That's taken in by Henderson. 20! And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
That's good.
And a huge play that time. 43 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll run here with Langford. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressive.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal. They run the counter. It's Woods, and this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football, so to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they can pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Now they go for it on on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. They'll try and wind some clock down with Martin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
First down, Texas.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Matthews. And he will take this in for a Longhorn touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats.
And all he takes off with it, it's a fake. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know, are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
One last throw for Daniel. He gets it to die outright. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A really solid performance against a ranked opponent as they add a big win to the left-hand column.
Want to talk about a story that's making the rounds, and that's the Heartbreak Kids and their indelible bond. Once again, taking college football center stage at the championship game later on tonight. It has been truly amazing and truly inspirational to watch this amazing journey that these kids have been on from start to finish to this point, showing off their character, their grit, their determination, their heart has been on full display for all of us to behold. And I normally don't say this, but I, for one, will be a Heartbreak Kid in spirit as they take the field in this big game tonight.
A season's worth of Saturdays all comes down to this. The final in New Orleans, home of the Mercedes-Benz Superdome and the 2020 College Football Playoff National Championship. It's the USC Trojans taking on the Texas Longhorns. So the matchup we've been waiting for. Buckle in as we are off in the College Football Playoff National Championship from New Orleans. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10, Texas. From the gun, Matthews. Caught by Green. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's good for 28 yards.
Yeah, at the 44-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Matthews. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 more on that one and another first down. Well, after winning the national title last year, this team has been so focused on getting back, and they are back on the stage, Charles, and really playing. That is caught for a Longhorns touchdown. Tommy Matthews linking up with the other half of the dynamic duo for a nice touchdown pass and catch.
It almost felt like he essentially ran the ball downfield himself and handed it to him, didn't it? Their connection is so good, dating all the way back to their high school days. Even though roles are reversed now, it is fun to watch.
Yeah, we sat with him yesterday, and we had one of those interviews in the private room, so they were really opening up about this being their last game together. It's kind of bittersweet, but I guess, Charles, it's one of those things where we need to enjoy it while we can still watch it.
Yeah, but one can dream. Can't they both be drafted to the same NFL team?
Yeah.
One can hope.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Maybe the story will live on a little further than this.
At their own 26-yard line.
They begin the drive with Charles. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll run from the gun with Charles. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, Flynn. Finding his target, it's Ward. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. A first down carry here for Charles. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Holding offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still first down.
Following the penalty, here's Charles. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early.
In trouble, and he's taken down.
That play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Throwing on 3rd and long. Flynn steps away to his left. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's going the other way. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this? We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
They find some open field here. Look down the numbers. There he goes. And he is in. Touchdown, Longhorns. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Longhorns add on to that lead.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, This was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The SC offense about set to take over here. They'll run on first down. It's Charles. Now he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Now an inside handoff for Charles. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Charles, the ball carrier.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly the fumble. And you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
31-yard line.
Off play action. Flynn. His throw is going to be incomplete.
Flynn's pass intended for number 37. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now a draw play. Here's Charles. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. The USC punter out there now. 21-0 our score after 1.
21. Trojans nothing.
Taking it about the 16. Taking it down inside the 30. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Throw in the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Tommy Matthews, 27 yards. And the Longhorns add on to that lead. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. From the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
10 at their own 32-yard line.
The SC offense about set to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
At the 29-yard line.
On second down, Washington. He finds an opening past the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
And 9.
Looking to throw on second down. Flynn toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play.
Looking up into the lights, and he muffs him.
Horns take over first and 10.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English. He's got him in, complete. And all the way down to the 39. A big play there. 54 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know this is turning the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Throwing on first down. Matthews. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10 at the 22.
Throwing again. Matthews. That is caught for a Longhorns touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown ground. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And Charles, we talked about it earlier, their last game together, and now a second touchdown connection between the dynamic duo.
And I love the fact that in preparation for this game, you thought that they would have a big game together, and you're right so far. 2 touchdowns, and think about it this way. Both of them get a football each for their trophy cases at home. And didn't one of them tell us before the game that there's a third? They were sending it back to the high school. Is that accurate?
Yeah, Tommy Matthews was joking with us after that interview we had. He said if he gets that third, you're right, he's shipping it right back to the high school to put it in the trophy case. We'll see if it comes to fruition. On first down, Flynn. And this one is incomplete. Clay, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Back to the air on second down. Flynn. And his throw here's incomplete. Trying to go back to Clay that time, and it's third down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure?
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Horns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.